Hey, Bears News Fan Report crew. Ready for an epic season? If you're as excited as we are about the latest Bears news, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notifications. What's happening in Chicago is going to change the face of the NFL, and you won't want to miss a thing. In an audacious move, the Chicago Bears are about to flip the switch for the 2025 season with an impressive restructuring plan. Under the leadership of Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus, the team is reinventing itself, and the changes are radical, especially on defense and offense. The new defensive coordinator, Dennis Allen, has arrived to bring a completely new spirit, speed, and aggressiveness. Allen, with a solid history in the Saints, promises to build a defense that will pressure the opponent nonstop. The focus is on fast players with tactical intelligence and a mindset to change the game at any moment. Speaking of reinforcements, Allen is eyeing names like James Pierce and Maxwell Hairston, with Poles giving him full freedom to shape the defense in his style. The goal is clear. We want athletes who will destroy the game and leave any opposing offense in panic. But it's not just the defense that's changing. The offense also promises new additions. The name Quentin Johnston, wide receiver for the Chargers, is buzzing behind the scenes, despite some criticism of his past season. But it seems like he could be a strategic addition at an affordable cost, a third or fourth round pick. However, one move has already been made. Alec Pierce, former Colts player, is the newest member of the roster. The trade has been considered a real steal by experts, with the Bears sending just a fifth-round pick for a player with experience and physical potential. These moves are dividing fans. Some believe the team is making excellent bets on young talents like Johnston and Pierce, while others question the consistency of these players and the impact a young team will have in such a strong division. Now, what could really be the key to success is Caleb Williams. The quarterback with infinite potential will have an arsenal of impressive players at his disposal, including DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, and maybe Quentin Johnston or Alec Pierce. Not to mention the revamped defense under Dennis Allen's guidance, with young players like Gervon Dexter and veterans like Montez Sweat ready to wreak havoc. It all comes down to Williams' adaptation and how he will build chemistry with his offensive weapons. If the offense is efficient and the defense aggressive, Chicago could take a giant step in 2025. Now tell me, guys, do you think Quentin Johnston deserves a second chance? Will Alec Pierce surprise like everyone expects? And how will Dennis Allen's defense perform against the big teams in the NFC North? Leave your opinion in the comments, share the video, and keep following all the updates here on Bears News Fan Report. But what else can we expect from this restructuring that's already making waves in Chicago? The truth is, the Bears' moves are not just about acquisitions or coordinator changes. What we're witnessing is the creation of a solid identity that reflects the long-term vision of Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus. Dennis Allen, for example, arrives with a mission of transforming the Bears' defense into one of the most imposing in the NFL. His focus on speed and aggressiveness isn't just a trend. It's an attempt to reclaim the tradition of strong physical defense that has always been the hallmark of the franchise. We're talking about a defense capable of dominating, pressuring, and suffocating opponents, something Bears fans have missed since the glory days. On offense, the arrival of Ben Johnson as offensive coordinator is another key piece. The former coordinator of the Detroit Lions brought with him a modern offensive mindset, focused on movement and maximizing the player's skills. And of course, all this offensive potential starts with Caleb Williams, the quarterback seen as the future of the franchise. He will have a receiving arsenal like DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Alec Pierce, and maybe Quentin Johnston to help him take the league by storm. Of course, none of this is guaranteed. There's immense pressure on the team, especially on Caleb Williams, to adapt quickly to the NFL level and create an immediate connection with his new teammates. The offense has all the potential to be unpredictable, but there's also doubt about how these young talents will perform under the spotlight of such a competitive division. The NFC North doesn't forgive mistakes, and the Bears will have to prove they are ready to compete with Jared Goff, Jordan Love, and Kirk Cousins, who are already established players on their teams. The schedule factor, challenges ahead. And as if that weren't enough, the Bears will face a challenging schedule, making each game even more crucial. The 2025 season will be a real test for Matt Eberflus and Ryan Poles' new scheme. But what can we expect from such a young yet promising team? The success of this new phase depends not only on the stars coming in, but also on the coaching staff's ability to integrate these pieces and create team chemistry. Ben Johnson will have the task of not only designing an explosive offense, but also smoothly transitioning to a heavy-hitting quarterback like Caleb Williams. Dennis Allen, in turn, faces the challenge of turning the defensive squad into an unstoppable force, utilizing the qualities of young players like Gervon Dexter and veterans like Montez Sweat to build a defense that's a true wall. Now, the big question remains, with so many changes, will the transformation be enough for the Bears to finally compete on an equal footing in the national scene? The team has the potential to be one of the most exciting in the NFL, but there are also risks, like with any restructuring. The inconsistency of some young players and the pressure on Caleb Williams to meet high expectations could be tough obstacles to overcome. However, one thing is for sure, the 2025 season will be a milestone for the Bears, whether to solidify a bright future or realize that there are still adjustments to be made. But either way, it will be a spectacle to watch, and Chicago fans are on the edge of their seats waiting to see how it all unfolds. And you, what do you think? Are the Bears finally ready to dominate the NFC North? Will Caleb Williams live up to the hype? And what can we expect from Dennis Allen and his defense? Don't forget to comment, subscribe, and stay updated on everything here at Bears News Fan Report. As a Bears fan, I can say that the excitement for the upcoming season is at its peak. Since Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus arrived, the franchise has shown clear signs that they are trying to reinvent themselves, aiming to create a solid identity both on offense and defense. And the most exciting part is seeing Dennis Allen's aggressive approach to the defense, something the Bears have always needed, especially after a long period of inconsistency. Caleb Williams is the future of the franchise, and the idea of seeing him play with such a promising receiving core gives me a lot of hope. DJ Moore and Keenan Allen are well-known figures who can help shape Williams' evolution, and if Alec Pierce's talent fits well, we could have an explosive combination. Of course, the inexperience of some of these players carries a certain risk, but that's the kind of risk a rebuilding team needs to take. However, the biggest factor for me is the defense. For many years, the Bears were known for having an imposing defense, and Allen's arrival makes me believe that can come back. If he can really implement his philosophy of constant pressure and using playmakers, the Bears' defense will scare many offenses. And with young players like Gervon Dexter alongside veterans like Montez Sweat, I see the team becoming increasingly solid. But as every fan knows, nothing is guaranteed. The NFC North is a tough division, and the team still has a lot to prove. If the chemistry between Caleb Williams and his receiving core clicks quickly, the Bears have everything to surprise. I'm optimistic, but I know the road will be long and challenging. What matters is that I finally see a clear direction and a long-term plan. I only know one thing. I'm super excited and can't wait to see what 2025 holds for us. Bear down. Bear down, Chicago. Let's go on this journey together.